Welcome to Find It in Fergus Falls. It's the Chamber Show on PRTV. I'm your host, Lisa Workman, and this week's guests are Denise Weiss with the Fergus Falls High School Marching Band and David Jensen from M-State. We are so excited that our marching band is going to be performing in the presidential inaugural parade on January 21st. They've got about $60,000 to raise. They'd like to get it done before they leave on January 17th. And we've got lots of fundraisers that are coming up. So check out our website at fergusfalls.com for complete details. And plus, we're going to hear a little bit more in just a bit. Well, going on this weekend, Friday and Saturday, January 4th and 5th, head on out to the American Legion Post 30 for 5-star bingo at 6:30 both nights. And on Sunday, January 6th, it's free open public skating at the community arena from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Coming up next week on Monday, there'll be a roundtable discussion on the Civil War at the Otter Tail County Historical Museum at noon. And later on in the afternoon, there'll be a reception for incoming, newly elected, and those who are outgoing or have already served City Council and the Mayor. This will be at City Hall from 4:30 until 5:15, right before the next council meeting. Wednesday, January 5th, the Chamber is going on ambassador visits. We'll be going to Bella Cucina, Lakes Country Buffet, Unique Antique Furniture and Boutique, and Ringdahl Ambulance. And on Wednesday, January 9th, it's the first of 3 Fergus Falls High School Marching Band fundraisers. On Wednesday, it'll be at Papa Murphy's from 4 to 7 p.m. And you'll want to go online to make sure you download the coupon and print that out and bring that in to get credit for the donations. Thursday, January 10th, please come out to Chamber Cafe at the Fergus Falls Public Library at 7:30 a.m. We've got a great slate of fun and interesting guest speakers for you. You'll enjoy a light breakfast, including some healthy shakes from Good Time Wellness. Again, Chamber Cafe is on Thursday, January 10th, starting at 7:30. We'll get you out the door no later than 9 o'clock. Great way to start the day. Also on Thursday, January 10th, it's a Charles Cox and Lori Charest exhibit reception at the Cadets Galleries from 5 to 8 p.m. Friday night, January 11th, it's Fight Night, live cage fighting at the Bigwood Event Center, starting at 7 p.m. Give them a call at 739-2211 for details. And next weekend, Friday and Saturday, January 11th and 12th, there'll be auditions for Fergus Falls Has Talent. This is a great opportunity. It's a great hometown talent show, almost like on TV, for ages 5 and up. It'll be at a Center for the Arts. Auditions are Friday from 6 to 8 and Saturday from 10 to noon and 1 to 5. You must call ahead to reserve your spot, so give the center a call at 998-2787. Coming up next weekend, Saturday, January 12th, another Fergus Falls High School Marching Band fundraiser. There'll be a pancake breakfast at Applebee's from 7:30 to 10:30, and Taco John's will be donating 25% of their sales from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. that day. Also going on Saturday, January 12th, there'll be a CPR, AED, and first aid class at Ringdahl Ambulance from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. There'll be the Farm and Toy Antique Show Saturday and Sunday at the Westridge Mall. And Sunday, January 13th, it's auditions for Razzle Dazzle. That'll be at a Center for the Arts at 3 o'clock. We'll be right back after a short break, and we'll return with our guest, Denise Weiss of the Fergus Falls High School Marching Band, and David Jensen. He's going to talk about his amazing adventure that's coming up.
At Lake Region Healthcare's walk-in clinic, we're here when you need us, 7 days a week. It's convenient medical care when you need it, but don't have an appointment. Like when life hits a little rough patch, when you learn you're not the athlete you used to be, or when something's really bugging you. And the walk-in clinic has state-of-the-art facilities, including lab and x-ray. When you need medical attention, but don't have an appointment, come to Lake Region Healthcare's walk-in clinic in Fergus Falls, where we always have time for you.
Welcome back to Find It in Fergus Falls. We are here with one of our great community leaders, somebody that has been non-stop busy, Denise Weiss with the Fergus Falls High School Marching Band, the color guard director. Good morning, Denise. Glad to have you on the show.
Good morning.
Thanks for taking a break out of what's kind of been a whirlwind of activities.
Very much a whirlwind, yes.
Well, take us through the little timeline now of when the announcement was made and what happened.
Well, we found out on December 19th that we were going to the inaugural, and that's almost 19 days later than we found out last time.
Oh, wow.
And no one knew ahead of time that we had even applied except the directors. We hadn't told the students or our booster board or any of our parents. Nobody knew ahead of time that we had applied. And so it was just a great shock and a great surprise for everybody. But that left us 2 days before Christmas break, before all the kids were gone. And so in those 2 days, we did background checks for the Secret Service. We had uniform try-on, got all our photos taken, and got all that taken care of in those 2 days. And then over Christmas break, we practiced a couple times, and now since we've been back to school, we've just been nonstop running.
Literally nonstop running. I mean, you guys started, Friday morning.
Yep.
You guys started at the school at what, 4:30 this
Well,
morning?
yesterday morning was the color guard and the drum line, and then the pep band played last night. And this morning we were at school at 5 a.m. for rehearsal, and the pep band's playing tonight again. And then tomorrow morning we're out at the Westridge Mall at 8.
So not only you are not sleeping, neither are many of the
Our
most
students,
of the kids.
yes, our students are up and about early.
So parents and employers out there, if you have some of these kids in your lives, give them a little, give them a little
leeway.
longer, longer
Leeway.
leash
Yes.
for maybe a couple nod offs and
Yes.
things like that.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about that. The fact that you guys found out almost 3 weeks later than back in 2000, well, 4 years ago.
2009,
Yeah.
yep.
Trying to do the math in my head with. Anyhow, that gave you much more time for fundraising and for, as families got together over Christmas, they
Right.
might have collected
Right.
donations then.
Right.
So now it's really crunch time.
Yes. And we think what happened, last time there were 1,350 applicants, and this time there were 2,800 applicants, so it was over double that.
Oh my goodness.
And so we think that's part of why it took the committee longer to make decisions. But you're right, since we've been back from Christmas break now, we're really trying to give a little push to the community for financing. Our goal is $60,000, which is $450 per student. And right now, as of today, we're sitting at $22,500. So we're
Okay.
a little over a third of the way there with 13 days before we leave town.
Right, and that's before you leave town too. So it's not, well, I'll wait and donate on the day that they leave.
Right.
You guys need to help those families plan who are
Right.
sending kids along
Right.
too.
And the way the donations are set up, you can sponsor a complete student for $450, and you will actually get a card that has their name, their instrument, and their grade on it. Or you can sponsor a half a student for $225 and have that same card. But you can also donate just anything. The last time we took that trip, there were probably a third of our donations came in from just $10, $20, $50 donations from
Oh,
people.
wow.
hmm
So donations can be made in a couple of different ways.
You can either send a check to the school, and you just address it to the high school in care of Scott Comerell, our high school director, and in the memo line, you just put inaugural parade. Or you can get online, the school district website is isd544.org, and when you click on that, there's an icon for the inaugural parade, and you can actually see photos and blogs of our preparations, but there's also a place there to donate.
So people can donate securely online then too.
Yes.
From the comfort of their own home.
Yes,
So
credit cards if you want to do it that way, yes.
awesome. So this is something great that people can be sharing through all the social
Yes.
media and
Yes.
all those different things. I would, love to see a lot of former band students
Yes.
helping these kids
Yes.
out as they raise the funds to head to Washington, D.C.
And we also have 3 fundraisers coming up.
Yeah,
The-
and these are really yummy ones.
Yeah, oh
too.
yeah, they're all food. They're all food. So
We all
the,
eat,
the
so.
first one is at Papa Murphy's on Wednesday, January 9th, and it runs from 4 until 7. You do need a coupon for that one. If you click on the school district website and get into our donation area, you will see where you can print off coupons. And what Papa Murphy's is doing, if you order a family-sized pizza, they'll donate $3 of that back to the band. A large pizza is $2 back to the band, and a medium pizza is $1 back to the band from 4 to 7 on the 9th of January, which is a Wednesday. And then on the 12th, there are actually 2 fundraisers. The first one is at Applebee's from 7:30 to 10:30 in the morning. That's a pancake and sausage breakfast.
Fun.
And Eric Johnson and Applebee's have just been wonderful about hosting several breakfasts out there. And then the second one is Taco John's from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m., also on Saturday the 12th. And you don't need coupons or anything for either one of those. They're just going to do a flat percentage of their sales for the day back to the band program.
Which is fabulous. So you've got a couple different opportunities to, one, feel free to donate directly to
Yes.
the band, whether it's $5 or $50 or, any amount, whatever whatever you feel
Right.
will help out and that you can do would be fabulous.
Right.
Plus, Papa Murphy's, and I would suggest people order ahead.
Yes.
Call ahead on that one
Yes.
so that, because I know they're going to be super busy that day
Yes.
between 4 and 7.
And if you aren't wanting it right at that time, I know Papa Murphy's, if you ask them, will freeze wrap for you. And their
Oh, wow.
pizzas freeze great, except for pickles, but otherwise they freeze great.
Good to know. I didn't know that they froze,
Yeah.
and I didn't know, I've learned that they grill really great
Yep.
too.
But if you ask them to freeze wrap it, they'll do that, and you can store them in your freezer instead.
Oh, fantastic. So
Yep.
you can order lots of them.
Yes.
So if you're planning for that upcoming Super Bowl party
Yes.
with maybe those men in purple playing for
That would be awesome.
We've got a lot of activity going on and a lot of sports. You think about the
Yes.
Bison and the Vikings, and now the Fergus Falls High School marching band going to perform in the inaugural parade on
Yes.
January 21st. Now there's a way, Denise, isn't there, that people can kind of keep track of what's going on with the band?
We have Twitter, we have Facebook, and as we're traveling, we'll also be pinpointing all of our stops, so you can literally watch us travel out and watch us travel back, and the places that we are while we're in Washington. We'll just be pinning those every time we get to a location.
Cool.
So we're taking some technology with us also.
It's fabulous.
Yes.
Great way to bring folks along. Now, there's a couple different opportunities for folks who may not be going to the parade. I myself, I'll be working, so I can't make it, but, or hopefully, maybe, whether you can see it on TV or not, there's a chance for folks to see the marching band in the middle of the winter.
Yes. We have rehearsal tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock at the Westridge Mall from 8 until 10. The Westridge Mall has been wonderful. We're out there before the business is open in the morning, and we're literally marching and playing up and down the hallways. And a week from tomorrow, on the 12th, we're out at the Red Horse Ranch from 10 until noon.
Okay.
So
and
both
these
of
are
those-
open to the public?
They kind of are. It is a working rehearsal, so people need to understand it's a working rehearsal, but yes. So
You're not necessarily there to perform for
right,
those
right.
in the
I mean,
audience.
we're still fixing things.
Yeah.
But we will have a public send-off performance on Tuesday night, January 15th. We're going to be at the girls' basketball game. We will be the halftime portion of that game.
Oh, fun.
So what's great about that is our girls' basketball team is state ranked, so you can
Mm-hmm.
come and see a great basketball game, and then the halftime portion will be the marching band in uniform performing their routine that we're going to be playing for the president. And then the last thing is we actually leave town on Thursday, January 17th, and we'll be coming through from the school to Shopko and then straight down Lincoln Avenue out to Perkins. And the community is more than welcome to come out and stand on the street corners and wave at the bus caravan as it comes careening through town.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Yes.
I just remember that from 4 years ago.
Yes.
Watching the buses come through downtown.
Yes.
And what a great opportunity we
Yes.
have. I mean, thank you for all of your hard work, and as well as Josh and Scott for all the work in pulling things together so quickly. You've done this before, but it's a little different this year.
Right. Well, and our longtime band director, Jim Iverson, is no longer with us, and Josh is brand new with us this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had to do some explaining for him, and all of our students are new. None of our students that are with this time were with last time. The last of the students that would have performed graduated in May. So
Okay.
this is a completely new group of students as well.
What a great opportunity,
Yeah.
though. And for all the younger kids who are getting involved in band,
Right.
the potential for, you guys have performed in a number of different places, and
Yes.
now to be asked 2 times in a row
Yes.
to be at the presidential inaugural parade, how
Right.
fantastic is that?
We were talking about there have been 57 inaugural parades, and Fergus Falls has been to 2 of the 57 now,
Wow,
back to back besides.
that's pretty
So,
amazing.
Yeah.
And the only band from Minnesota.
Mhm.
What an awesome opportunity. Lots of ways that people can help get you guys there. That's the biggest
Right.
thing right now is
Right.
the fundraising. We need to make it so that it's not a burden on
Right.
any one individual.
Right. So you can do a full sponsor of a student, $450, a half sponsor of a student, $225, or just anything that you are able to donate. It all helps.
And over and above that, some food opportunities, some eating opportunities on
Yes.
the 9th at Papa Murphy's, and then on Saturday, January 12th at Applebee's for a pancake breakfast.
Or
and
Taco John's.
Taco John's later on in the day.
Right.
Lots of good stuff.
Yes.
Denise, anything else we should let folks know about this big event?
I don't think so. We're so happy to live in the community of Fergus Falls. They've been so supportive of our band program for a long, long time. I've taught here for over 20 years, and anytime something comes up, the community has just been so willing to step in and support. And you do need to know that our students represent Fergus Falls so well. They're polite, and they're very giving, and they're just a great group of students to travel with. They represent our community with a lot of pride, and just all around good people. And we will be places, restaurants and whatever, and somebody, restaurant owner or hotel owner, will come up and find the directors and say, you're more than welcome to come back anytime because your students are just wonderful.
Well, that's fantastic.
So they just really represent our community very well.
It is. It's a great, it's a thrill, and congratulations to you, all the students and the team that has been working so hard to put this together, and for everyone who's made some concessions in order to make this happen.
Right.
That this is just pretty amazing.
Right.
Have a great trip.
Thank you.
You bet. I'm sure we'll see you before then.
Well, at least coming down Lincoln Avenue.
Exactly. Well, we hope everybody gets out there for that too.
Right.
Thanks again, Denise.
Yep.
We'll see you on TV probably.
Hope so.
We'll be right back after a short break.
Extreme environments can cause a spontaneous change in DNA, resulting in unexpected power and agility. Introducing the all-new, all-powerful Gator RSX 850i. 62 horsepower, a fully independent multi-link suspension, and a top speed of 53 miles per hour. It's a whole new species of Gator.
RDO Equipment Company, your John Deere dealer.
Welcome back to Find It in Fergus Falls. I'm here with David Jensen with M-State. He's the student life director there. But David, you've got some bigger dreams, plans, and goals that you have set forth. You know, 2013 has just started. A lot of people have made resolutions, whether it's to save more money, lose weight, eat better, quit smoking, you know, whatever it is. A lot of folks have made some resolutions, but you actually have like a big plan. Let's talk. I mean, this when you emailed me this, I'm like, this is so cool. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, well, word's gotten out a little bit, but this is a dream I've had as long as I can remember, Lisa.
Really?
To literally ride from the West Coast to the East Coast.
On a bicycle?
On a bicycle, yes.
This is the kind that you pedal, right?
That's correct, yep. The one that people see me outside on every day for the most part.
Right, well, and that's one thing. You know, we're sitting here in January, and yeah, people are bicycling throughout the winter.
Yeah, and people do it for different reasons. Some for environmental reasons, some to save on gas, and I do it for all of the above, but I honestly just really love to be out on my bike, even when it's cold. I just dress properly and get by just fine.
So now you've got this dream to go from coast to coast.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, well, it's something that a lot of cyclists do at some point in their lifetime. It's kind of a bucket list item, and it's for a long time been mine. And about some years ago, I decided I wanted to do it for a good cause. And in recent years, at the college, I've started partnering with the foundation on a number of different things, like the Spartan 5K, and just recognizing the value of education and how students are struggling more than ever to afford education. And so I thought, man, what a good cause to just kind of raise awareness for, and ultimately, hopefully, establish a scholarship.
What a great opportunity too. And as you said, students are struggling. I mean. Back when I was in college, credits were less than $50 a piece.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then I was talking to somebody else, and they said, oh yeah, when I was in college, they were $5 a piece.
Oh,
so they're a lot more than that now.
Yeah, they're about 3 times what you paid, Lisa.
Exactly. So, it's not just that. I mean, students have a lot of things going on and a lot of expenses, and what a great opportunity to raise some funds to help lessen that burden the financial burden on them.
For sure. So it really serves multiple purposes. Of course, accomplishing a dream of mine. But I really hope in doing that other people who have dreams of their own will maybe be inspired to step out and really chase after those dreams. When they see me, I'm kind of making it publicly known I'm doing this. I'm going to have a blog available people can follow. It'll be entertaining, hopefully. And once I finally finish, again, hopefully it'll inspire 1 or 2 people to maybe go out and chase their own dreams. That's another goal that I have in doing this.
So now, have you laid out the whole foundation and the game plan of your travels for this yet? Or is that part of the whole planning process? We're January now. You're not leaving tomorrow or anything.
No. Not till May 13th, which is just after our graduation at the college. Things kind of quiet down there for a little bit.
Yep.
And by that point, I should have at least 16 days of vacation stored up. So I'll have to make good time going from coast to coast. Let's just say that.
So your plan is to go from coast to coast in 16 days?
As quickly as I can. Yeah.
Wow.
I plan to do it as quick as I can. I'm a rather competitive cyclist, and I think with my abilities, I should be able to do it in 15 to 16 days.
I was thinking you were going to start it this summer and finish in December of next year.
In a perfect world, Lisa, maybe I'd be able to do that. But with limited time and funding, 16 days is what my goal is.
Wow.
So, but this has been a work in progress, and we're still establishing just our plan of attack, how we go about raising funds. We're primarily looking for corporate donors
Okay.
who feel strongly about this education, but also maybe want to be recognized as a partner in this kind of epic endeavor. Somebody helping me with my journey, as well as establish this just great scholarship, the Dream Big Scholarship. So any corporate donors that feel partial, they feel strongly about that, those are the ones that I'll be going to.
Right. And, you know, if people want to learn more about this, too, and how they can partner with you, they should get in contact you directly, David,
Yeah.
at M-State.
Yep, they sure can go right through the M-State channel, or they can get on my blog. It's dreambigtour.wordpress.com at this point. Hopefully I'll condense that to just, dreambigtour.net, but at this point it involves the WordPress. So.
Okay. And so people will be able to follow you along on your journey.
Yeah.
Are you starting to accept donations at any time?
Yeah, it was launched largely by Central Lake Cycles. There's some good friends of mine, and obviously a bike shop had invested interest in this journey, and so they've essentially covered all the costs of my trip. I just have to put forth the vacation days, they're putting forth the funding, and every penny raised from here on out will go strictly to that Dream Big Scholarship.
Wow,
So,
that's
yeah.
fantastic.
It really is. I'm very grateful and appreciative.
Well, and they are a great group of folks out there at Central Lake Cycle.
Yeah.
And you being, everybody I think has seen you either running or biking around town.
Yeah.
And like I said, you're out there year round. Now you're going to spend a couple weeks of
Yeah.
vacation bicycling from coast to coast.
Yep.
Now this isn't coast to coast of Florida, right? From the Gulf to the West Coast. This is
the full continental United States. We're talking Southern California through Arizona, Texas, Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, all the way to Southern Georgia.
Wow.
2,500 miles is the rough estimate.
wow.
Yep.
And so folks can, donate based on how many miles it is.
They
can
sure
do
could. A
it-
penny a mile would even help. Yeah.
Absolutely. Every little bit counts. So at this point, you're starting the planning process, looking for some corporate sponsors, some
Yeah.
folks that'll get on board with this and really build this into a big Dream Big tour and a great scholarship opportunity.
That's the goal. And like I said, ultimately, just to truly inspire people to chase after their dreams. And in the meantime, hopefully provide a scholarship that will allow students every year to go after their dreams and pursuing their education.
Well, what a great opportunity. David, thank you so much for coming in to talk about this. Like I said, thinking about it being New Year's and resolutions and things like that, you can go out. If this is a
Yeah.
dream you've had since you were a kid,
It is, yep.
you're not retired yet, so.
Not yet, no.
Lots of great opportunities. Well, thanks for joining us. Please come back again as plans get moving forward, and we'll hopefully be able to keep updated on the progress.
Yeah, I'd love to, Lisa.
Sounds great. We'll be right back after a short break.
Dogs, ducks, and Chevy trucks, three of man's most favorite things you can rely on every fall. And with them comes Truck Time at Minnesota Motor, where you can count on the lowest prices of the year. 0% financing or discounts of up to $9,000 on 012 models while they last. Still the longest lasting, most dependable trucks on the road. Chevy Truck Time at Minnesota Motor.
Minnesota Motor.
In beautiful Fergus Falls.
Welcome back to the show. Just want to give you a heads up. We've got Frostbite Festival coming up February 1st through the 3rd. We've got sponsorship opportunities available starting at just $50. And if you or your business or organization is hosting or planning an event for Frostbite Festival, let us know details at the Chamber office and we will advertise them for you. Also like to let you know it's time to register for the 20th annual Battle of the Businesses Bowling Tournament. This will be Saturday, February 2nd at Northern Air Lanes. Your team of 4 bowlers or non-bowlers can sign up to bowl at either 2:30, 4:30, or 6:30, but sign up now so you can get the time that you'd like. I'd like to welcome a few new members to the Chamber of Commerce. Thrivent Financial with Kurt Nygaard, Ameriprise Financial, Joe Bronca, C&K Design Group, Chad Brown, and A Place to Belong, Sue Wilkin and her team over there. Well, I'd like to thank our guests today, especially Denise Weiss with the Fergus Falls High School Marching Band and David Jensen with M-State. It's time to get out there and take advantage of some of those great fundraising opportunities in the great community of Fergus Falls that we live in. Have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you again.